Hello friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mark, and I thank you so much for coming by today. It's a super bright, sunshiny day outside. It's a little chilly, but it's so bright and sunny out that I thought I would revisit my Art Alternative series and paint with a material that is equally as bright and sunshiny as the sun is shining today. So come with me for a second and we'll check out the options that I have to paint with today. So hidden away beneath my countertop is this drawer right here, and this is my spice drawer. This is basically the art supplies for people who love to cook, and I love to cook. Everything you see here I use on a regular basis, and sometimes I run out of stuff like any art supply, but so I have to replace stuff. Recently I ran out of turmeric, so I had to replace it, and I bought this jar just a couple of days ago. And as I was in the store kind of comparing the different brands, I picked this one because I know the brand, but also because it was the one that you could see the spice clearest in, and the color was so vibrant in this. It's very close to a Naples yellow if you have watercolor and you have that color in your set. Naples yellow is a very fiery, reddish yellow color, and this, I'm telling you, this looks exactly like, to me, Naples yellow. But why turmeric? Why this spice? Let me explain. Turmeric has been around for thousands of years. It's an ancient herb, ancient spice used in Asian and Indian cuisine, also in ancient medicine too. It has so many great health benefits. You can Google that and find out all the different health benefits, a lot like ginger. And if you take a piece of it like this, it kind of looks like a weird larva or something. But it on the outside it has a great color on its own, but when you cut off a little piece like this, and take a look inside, it's got this gorgeous fiery red-yellow color that you would expect to be spicy, but it's not. Now when you crush it up in a garlic press, this is how I'm going to get the juice out, you can see the juice here is just absolutely beautiful in color. That yellow color, it's just so warm and vibrant. Again, you would expect it to be spicy, but it's not. It's very warm and mellow and adds such a really unique flavor to all kinds of cooking. It's not overwhelming. It's just very unique. I can't really explain it. It's just a warm, mellow taste. Now, as I'm using it as color, I'm layering the first square with a couple of washes. The second square, I'm just gonna put one wash here just to see for comparison. The cool thing is with this is, as it goes on, it comes out with this bright yellow. But as I layer on another wash here, something really weird happens when it oxidizes. Check this out. It turns to this golden brown color. And this is where the turmeric really shows its magic. Check this out when I put this second wash over this one, or it's actually a third wash. I don't know why this happens, but something about the chemical in the juice itself reoxidizes the paint, and or the juice. I keep calling it paint. But that fiery yellow comes right back out again. But once it fully oxidizes in the air, that means just when the air kind of breaks it down a little bit, it comes back to that dark color again, which I love it. I think it's just great. It's like a really nice burnt sienna color, and I could work with that forever. It's just a great color. Now, I'm going to try the powder version too to see what that looks like as well, because you never know what you're going to get with powders, and if this was like a real pigment, you can see this beautiful color is, is this going to be the color that I'm going to paint with, or is this going to be sort of the oxidized version of it because it's been ground up? So let's add some water and see what happens when I start mushing this stuff around. You can see it's really thick and kind of hard to mix up, so I have to add a little bit more water each time and break it down. But by the time I get to this point, you can see through the puddles to the plate color. That really bright yellow is already there. And I can tell it's been oxidized already, but it's going to continue to oxidize a little more because the water's in it now. So let me lay out a sketch for you, and what we'll do is we'll do a little landscape painting here just to show off these wonderful colors. This is a desert scene. It's a picture I found on the internet. It's nothing fancy. It's just a quick little sketch of a landscape with some mountains in the back, and try to get all these little cracks and crevices. I'll throw some goats in here just to get some perspective and just some character to it, some grazing animals. But you'll see here, as I start to do washes of color using the turmeric, I got the powder, so a lot of little fragments and little pieces of the powder stay behind. I'll clear those off later. But that really wonderful yellow color is really, coming out strong. Now here I'm going to use M. Graham Sepia paint. Now this particular sepia is a carbon-based paint, So Mgram uses a honey base to a binding for their paints. So you've got this organic honey binding with a carbon-based paint, which is basically like coal. So it's important to me, if I'm going to do a painting like this with turmeric, I want to make sure any darker tones that I use are also going to be organic in nature. And that's what this is. So I was very pleased to work with the Mgram Sepia paint, which for me is pretty as close to organic as you can get with a watercolor paint. And you can see the color behind is really a strong base, a strong wash. The sepia adds a really nice dark tone to it, and as I flush out these tones and bring them forward, it really, really works well. I don't want to get too dark with it, but I definitely want to bring out some of these darker tones, and I think it's working pretty well. I'm really happy with the turmeric. That's the one thing I will say. I'm really happy how it came out. I wasn't sure what to expect from it when I was painting with it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more bold, but as I can see here, it's just a really nice warm wash. And you know, you could get this with a yellow paint, even a yellow ochre, which might be a little more dusty looking, but as far as this goes for a paint, I really like it. And you can see here I'm just doing some spatter effects. Now I'm going to go back in with that root juice that I had before, just to add in some more of the tones, just to get in some, a little bit of variations here. So this is with the pure root juice, not the powder now. And you can see the orangey colors really come out strong and vibrant. And after scanning it, it looks great. So as I mentioned, I do love cooking and I do love eating. So let me show you here what I'm working on, and we'll close out the video with a good meal. So I've got some turmeric on here. Sprinkle that in and move that around. And you'll see that this will take on a really beautiful yellow color. Take this and transfer this over here. So I've got my super healthy lunch, and I'm really excited to try it and see how this came out. If you ever have the chance to try turmeric in your meal, I think you're gonna love it. That's really good. Really smooth, and it's got like such a mellow taste. It's really, really nice. Bon appetit and cheers.